Hey, good morning, guys. It's me. It's Monday, and it's kind of crazy. But I'm actually going to be at work early. Not that that's the crazy part, but the crazy part was that everything just seemed to like flow this morning. I was able to just kind of get everything done in a timely manner. And I'm jamming. I had my vitamins and got my lunch packed and excuse me, and car's gassed up and waxed up and I'm on my way and it's kind of cool and it's a beautiful Monday. It's a beautiful Monday. And I was just kind of thinking of a topic today. Um, because a lot of my topics are kind of based on the work I do and the experiences I deal with. And so I wanted to talk about what is your relationship with rejection. And I wanted to spin off of the last thing I talked about was dealing with the truth, the 10-second reality check. And yeah, I don't know if you guys watched that where I was talking about the boxing class I was in and how I was in the ring with Brandon and I thought it was 30 seconds and actually Brandon had texted me and he said, "Well, it was a 2-minute round. It wasn't 30 seconds." And he said, "You need to give yourself more credit." And I was like, "What? That was 2 minutes because it went by so fast." And I was dying. But see, in my mind, I think what had happened is as I'm doing the round with him, and I start getting exhausted. He said, "You're down to the last 30 seconds," and that just kind of stuck in my head. And I thought I only did 30 seconds, which was interesting because when we look at ourselves, is the problem that we have, are we more attuned and attracted to rejection than to success? Because I've always been a big guy, and the hardest part was when I was actually 275 at one point. I got to about 270, and that's the lightest I've ever been since I've been an adult. And I still thought I was overweight. And if you look at, I mean, if you're on my Facebook and you see old pictures of me, um, I was very fit, for being 275. And my goal is to get down to 250, 235. But the perception what I was having was distorted because I still saw myself as overweight and unhealthy when I really wasn't. And so, when your mind has most dangerous thing you can do is have your mind become accustomed to rejection and failure to where you almost seek it subconsciously. And so, I told you in the video, I went home and I actually got a little depressed about, how bad I did in the ring. And it wasn't until, my wife kind of talked to me and said, she basically said, "Get up." She's never gonna be a motivational speaker. But she kind of in her own way was like saying, "Babe, you are an incredible man. You don't have the right to sit in your own self-pity. Even though you might feel comfortable doing that, which is what I used to do. You don't have the right to do that anymore. I don't have the right to just sit in it, just sit in my own rejection. And you got to look at what is your relationship with rejection. Does that inspire you to go harder, stronger, faster, or does that cause you to break down and just quit? Is that the excuse we're looking for to bail? you know or do we use these challenges, which is what they are? They're challenges. When I thought it was only 30 seconds, I said, okay, well, you know what? I talked to my trainer Sue, and she said, okay, well, when you get on the arc climber, because that's what I use. I don't get on the treadmill too much because it hurts my knees right now. But I'll do the arc trainer, which is a beast of a machine. And she said, okay, what you want to do is you want to do 15 seconds and go all out, and then rest 30 seconds. and then do 20 seconds, and then rest 30 seconds, and then keep doing that routine until you eventually can do 2 minutes hard. But now the goal is for me to be able to do 3 minutes, 3 to maybe 5 minutes of me going all out. But you got to build your way to it. So my reaction to rejection is to re-strategize, to reset, reboot, and return to the game, to get back up. It's okay when we get knocked down. It's okay when we get knocked out, but we have to get back up, shake it off, get back up, and go hit it. A lot of us take Monday as a rejection when really Monday is the first bell you hear for the week. It's the bell that says, get up, we're gonna go at it. We're gonna go get it. So whether your goal is sobriety, relationships, health, faith, parenting, education, career, whatever it is, whatever dream you are striving to get, you got to get up and go after it, and expect rejection. Don't allow your rejection to cause you to quit. Don't allow it. Don't allow it to do that. Uh, Use rejection to inspire you to be smarter, faster, and stronger, to re-strategize. To say, okay, all right, all right, all right. I see what happened. I didn't see that left hook. Now next time I'm gonna be quicker. I'm gonna learn how to duck, bob, and weave. Okay, I didn't see my supervisor didn't appreciate what I was doing, so I need to figure out what my supervisor is looking for, so I can excel. I learned how to work with that. One of my skills that I put on my resume whenever I go to interview for a speaking engagement or whatever is that I can pretty much work with anybody successfully. I've learned to make that a talent, to be able to work with difficult people, and make the best out of it. Make the best of it. And that's a skill that will take you places that you'll never believe. And everybody's got somebody difficult in their life that they've got to deal with, and they take that rejection from that person so personal, not realizing that they got issues, they got situations that we don't even realize. But we take their rejection so personally, and it really, it's almost like we're looking for an excuse to feel sorry for ourselves, to go into that nobody likes me, nobody loves me, just because this one person, is constipated. You don't know what's going on with them. Let me tell you, some of the funniest stories I've heard is when I've got a person I'm working with that struggles with their probation officer that was mean to them. All the probation officers are mean. That's how they start. They're not social workers. And so I kind of crack up when that happens, because I'm like, what were you expecting? I mean, were you expecting like Mr. Rogers? I know I'm dating myself. Um, but they're not this. Now, mind you, there are some probation officers that will start off nice, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna run into a probation officer that's just got an attitude. And when we run into people like that, how do we react when they reject us? I mean, does that cause us to fall apart? Does that ruin our whole day or our whole week? Or do we shake it off? So today's Monday, and I am challenging you to look at rejection as a challenge and not the end of the game. It's not game over. It's just the first it's just the first round. And then I tell you, when I was with Brandon, I tell you, every round I did with him, because I want to do it again. But every round I did, I was like, okay, all right, this is what we're gonna do different this time. Okay, all right, we're gonna try this. Because I want to learn. And I tell you what, we learn. No, look, I don't know about y'all, but I learn best through rejection. I learn the most through my failures. I mean, that's how I end up doing these videos because I run into a lot of mess, man, and I've had to learn from it. And I finally learned to enjoy the learning process because it makes me smarter. It enables me to endure, to be stronger. So if you want to be the best version of you, if you want to be the best of the best, if you want to lead the pack, if you want to be the hero in your family, redefine your relationship with rejection and rise above it. Okay? I love you guys. Going to work. Keep me in prayer this week. I pray for you guys all the time. And let's get it. Let's get it.